On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch your snow, my peeps, in the morning, yeah. The first thing is a promotion for self. Yeah, man. So as I stated in Sunday evening's vlog, that On The Spot News Media will be launching a brand new channel. Yeah, man. So the channel is presently on your screen, and it is called In The Streets JA. It's a cartoon channel just basically depicting the harsh realities of our everyday situation living in Jamaica. The situation faced by the regular members of Chan Public on a daily basis. So please go over to YouTube and type in the @ at In The Streets JA. Let me put it on your screen so you know exactly what to type in, and go over there, go subscribe. I will be giving the channel its official launch tomorrow morning, where you will be getting a trailer of what the channel is all about. So little clips from different episodes of what the channel is all about. So you can definitely go over there or support the channel. I need at least 5,000 subscribers before I officially launch a complete video. I will be posting trailers, which is basically clips from scenes in episodes. I will be doing at least 3 trailers, one tomorrow morning and the other 2 before the week ends, so you can see where it go come off. So I need at least 5,000 subscribers. I get an average of 50,000-60,000 views on most of my videos. Sometimes it's way more, but that's the average that I get on each video posted. So me asking for 5,000 subscribers, I don't think it's a bit much to ask. So please go over and support In The Streets JA. Yeah, man. So anyway, make we get on into this morning's set of stories. So the first thing that me going to talk about in the morning, my peeps, is surrounding the brother with them called the nurse beater. Yeah, man, we are talking about this brother here. Presently on your screen, incarcerated Robert Bell. Some people know him as Andy Bell in our streets. Said to be one of Jamaica's elite in the transport and tourism sector. So we have all seen where he was caught on video, abusing, brutalizing, whatever you wish to use to describe the incident with him and the nurse during what some would say is a road rage, and everything just spiraled and went left. Now the businessman, if convicted of the firearm offenses, will be facing a minimum of 15 years behind bars. Yeah, man. So that comes after he was hit with gun-related charges stemming from the violent altercation with the nurse. So 65-year-old Bell, that Robert Bell, has officially been charged with possession of a firearm with intent to commit a first scheduled offense and the possession of a firearm with intent to cause injury. And those charges carry heavy penalties under the new Firearms Act of 2022. Additionally, he has been charged with assault occasioning bodily harm, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, and assault at common law. So veteran attorney, that's Peter Champagne, King's Counsel, weighed in on his situation and stated that if the charges as reported are accurate, the matter will proceed straight to the gun court and not to the parish court. He also stated that a conviction on the firearm charges could mean more than a decade behind bars. He stated, and I quote, "In the event that there is a trial or if there is a guilty plea, in either instances where there is an adverse ending for the accused, he would be exposed to a mandatory minimum period of 15 years behind bars." So the charges against Bell, as I stated earlier, stem from the incident with him and the nurse that was captured on video. So Bell still remains behind bars and await his day in court. So of course, as I stated, On the Spot News Media will most definitely be following this court case and update you as we go along. Yeah, man. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division, where the St. Catherine North Quick Response Team on Monday seized this AK-47 rifle with a magazine containing 14 7.62 rounds of ammunition in an area of Spanish Town known as Dallas Lane, a really troubled and violent spot. Yeah, man. So reports reaching On the Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 4:50 p.m. on Monday, the lawmen were conducting an operation in the area when they made the find along the banks of the river. Sad to say, but we're glad to them find it anyway. No one was taken into custody in relation with that seizure. Yeah, man. Whole heap of people life. The police them literally just save with that. Now for this morning's main story, my peeps, is a continuation from yesterday's vlog surrounding the fatal knockings and clappings of the police corporal we are talking about, Corporal Kamal Mayne. I stated yesterday that one of the main suspects surrounding his fatal knockings and clappings is presently on the run in the Manchester Police Division. He is believed to be traveling in a silver or a grey Toyota Wish motor vehicle. He has been seen in the Comfort District, Belfield, and also Royal Flat spaces in Manchester. And this is the criminal element presently on your screen identified by his alias as Bala Jeezas. Now it is said that his sister is the person that is driving the motor vehicle. And he also may be in company of one of his criminal accomplices known as Juicy, presently on your screen. So now let me take it back a little bit, my peeps. For those who have been tuning into On the Spot News Media for a while would remember this criminal element presently on your screen, identified as Daniel Ferguson. Daniel Ferguson and him classmate girl, Kimberly Campbell, otherwise known as Susie, have been featured on this channel several times during the time when Daniel Ferguson, aka Fry, was wanted by the police. On the Spot News Media stayed on that story until Friday was fatally captured by the police. And during that time, I also made mention that the criminal element identified as Bala Jeezas was the right-hand man to Friday. Now, since Friday met his demise to the hands of the police, he rose to the reputed leader of that criminal organization. So he has supreme control over the firepower within their criminal syndicate. So Bala Jeezas was recently seen at a funeral, but he was in the company of a bunch of young boys. We can't even call them young men because a little pitney them. So parents in and around that particular space, your boys are being recruited into that criminal network. So you ought to be mindful of that. So he is now in the company of a lot of little boys where him a recruit. And he has also elevated to top tier members of the criminal syndicate. We are talking about Juicy, one of the alleged Nakis and Clappis, surrounding the loss of life of the police corporal. And we are talking about another criminal element presently on your screen, identified as Rumbelly. There are others to be named subsequently. So now what On the Spot News Media get to understand is that the police corporal was moonlighting at the Fesco gas station in their immediate surrounding. And a criminal element got taken out by the police who is aligned to the criminal element known as Juicy and the criminal element known as Bala Jeezas. So the criminal element that was taken out by the police has since been identified as Twin Man. The police them gonna knock him away over a place known as Cell Block. So from the police them knock that brother there, them a pre-Kamal Mayne say him give the police them a go touch for them friend Twin Man information. And that's why Twin Man end up losing 3 points. So from there so them a plot for take the police corporals life. So there's a whole lot of things that has been happening that the regular members of Chan Public, not even the two know. So now back to the meat of the matter. His sister is the one traveling around with him in that Toyota Wish. By now, who knows, them probably changed the car, but them can't change who they are. And we also get to understand that he might have cut his hair. So probably you are look for a plot up, locks up type of man, but him turn bald, you know. So we don't know if it's sure, but that is probably the case. That is the word in the streets right now. As for the sister, for those who don't know, and for those who need to know, this is the sister presently on your screen, identified as Simone Smith. But you don't know a Bala Jeezas sister nonetheless. Now, I know that many Jamaicans are always siding when it comes on to females because we just automatically see them as the weaker sex, but we never really try to sit back and associate them with a lot of what is happening in our present day society when it comes on to crime and violence. They may not be the person behind the trigger, but they are heavily involved in criminal activities. They are heavily involved in influencing criminal actions and activities. So a lot of these females who are not the trigger person, but they are equally culpable for a lot of what you see is happening in our society. They stand behind a lot of these criminal organizations. And also to note, the sister is the one with the strong connections in the place known as Comfort in Manchester and a place known as Royal Flat, one of the most feared communities in the entire parish of Manchester. So his sister have the strong connections in the criminal underworld in Manchester. So residents living in and around these areas, do not allow that sister and that brother and any other criminal that they may be in the company of to come into your community and make it worse than what it already is. Anyway, Bala Jesus, Rumbelly and Josigo, trust and believe, death and destruction will follow. Yeah, man. And also to residents of Sandy Bay, look out for them also in your area. You too know that they traverse your area on a regular. Residents in Linstead in St. Catherine, also be on the lookout for these criminal elements. They have also been traversing your communities over the past couple of months. So your area just may be a safe haven for them to rally to. And last but most definitely not the least, the Trelawney residents. I'm not for sure where in Trelawney they will go this time around. But one thing for sure, they traverse the streets in a certain hidden garrison pockets in the parish of Trelawney. So be on the lookout for these criminal elements. So by whatsoever means necessary to the regular members of Chan Public and members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and by extension, the Jamaica Defence Force, these criminal elements must be found, flushed out of any hole where them say comfortable and deem a safe haven and brought before the courts. And if they should decide to challenge the security forces, dirt settings should most definitely be the order of the day for both of them. It is stated that Bala Jesus now have just one strap in the car. He's walking around with two. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, be on the lookout for these criminal elements. And if you're not armed as a regular member of Jan Public, legally so, please do not attempt to approach. Consider them to be armed and dangerous and reach out to the local police or any police at all that you feel comfortable to reach out to. And as always, if you don't trust the police, link on the Spot News Media or any like-minded vlogger. Give us the information and we will most definitely pass it on to the relevant authorities who can make effective change. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.